And you got any big cases right now?
The Hounds case is finally going to court, and
What's that one?
waiting. It's when I raided the Hounds a couple months ago, and we found like a fuck ton of guns, explosives. We found a sticky bomb that day. That was interesting.
Really?
Yeah. It's been like 3 months since the raid. It's gonna be 4 by the time we hit court.
Wait, why is it taking so long?
It's been a whole thing.
That doesn't explain anything. Why is everything so shiny?
I wish there was a way of explaining it. The easiest way to... It's just the whole thing. It's just taken a while, but we're finally hitting court, so I'm happy to get it over and done with.
Anything else other than that?
Once I figured out if I'm either self-funding or not, I've got an impeachment ready to go.
Oh.
McMoo.
Okay, what's go on, tell me what's the grounds for that?
She violated someone's rights. She violated their right to privacy. Selena from
I saw that.
consented to... Yes, so the civil suit's up, and I've written the impeachment for it. So yeah, they consented to a 1-day phone subpoena. McMoo pulled 3 days worth of records and posted it. It was sealed. But
I was thinking about doing something similar, but I kind of I'm kind of keeping my head out the political stuff. But I was gonna try and speak to the Marshals about it. So, would you mind if we just called up McAllister and had a chat about that and see if they're doing anything on their end?
Yeah, sure.
I don't.
Not to what I know of, because I spoke to one of the Marshals earlier, and I don't think they're doing anything on their end. Because, I mean, with her being the elected official, the only way to get her out is impeachment. Because she's still an elected magistrate, so she gets her term unless she's impeached. There's nothing the justices can do.
Yeah. Oh, I do have his number. Oops.
Hey, Marshal Director Richard Dark.
Why'd you have to say it like that, McAllister?
Oh, because I'm currently in a car with Yui Sheeta and she was talking to me. She also says that she misses you.
Oh, well, it seems like she's sticking around, that she's probably gonna get, nominated and be warden, so that's good.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, hopefully we can change the Marshals vote. I'm not quite sure as to why that happened, but I digress.
What do you mean change the Marshal vote?
Did you not see what Gunnar did?
No, what did he do?
He nominated Robert Anderson after he fired him for inactivity.
Huh?
Because Yui voted for Brian Knight.
Hold on. Let's.
Yeah.
I called you about a different thing, but we should talk about that.
Yeah. We'll talk about
meet
that.
up somewhere. I'm with Remi. We want to chat with you guys about
sure,
potential
110%.
impeachment.
Okay, do you want me to bring Yui or do you want me to drop Yui off somewhere? I can just drop Yui off at MRPD and she can actually meet the officers that send people up to her prison.
Yeah. Drop Yui off and then we'll come meet you down at the Marshal office.
Because you don't talk to them, Yui! Sorry, Doc.
Okay, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, bye, Doc.
Bye-bye. I just wrote that Gunnar voted for... No, I don't know. I'll speak to you then, says
Gunnar doing Gunnar things is what I am assuming from that the start of that sentence.
Yeah, apparently he nominated Robert Anderson after he fired him for inactivity because Yui didn't vote for him in the Marshal thing.
Yeah, I could see him doing shit like that. He's petty.
He's a dumbass. Why is he doing that?
I mean, I heard he used an APC to take someone on a date. I don't know how true that is, but I heard that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're out in the ocean and some chick was driving it.
Some chick?
She was DOC, but still.
Yeah, but oh my god.
I don't know the validity to that though, because I only heard parts.
Alright, well, You wanna grab? You got a call? We can drive.
My car's up top. Oh, I think they're here, because I can hear Yui.
I'll stay outside. I don't want to be locked in the room.
Be locked in a room? I can totally lock you in a room.
Hey, Yui.
Hi,
Locked in a
Yui.
room. Hi.
How you doing?
Well, I
What's
was
this I'm
good
hearing
until this
about
guy
Gunner?
literally. What?
What they gonna do to you?
Okay, so I will tell you from the start what Gunner had done to me. So it all happened. It started with this random request where one day he decided to wake up and tell me, or basically force me, to give everyone in the Marshal Department keys to Bolingbrook so they could access our armory and our lockers. And I was like, okay, this is a very interesting request. I'm gonna ask the state on what they think, since, you know, that is a very normal thing to do. And then he said, oh, you don't need to ask the state. You can just give me keys. You're the warden. And I was like, well, no.
Remi, why
And then I asked the state, and the state said, what the fuck is this for stupid request? We're going to deny this. And then I told Gunner this, and then he was really mad. So the next thing happens is where he tried to poach me to vote for him. And when I said, look, I might keep my vote blank since my entire department basically not voted for you, and I don't want to go against them too, because, you know, I did everything alongside my department. I didn't pick anyone by myself. I ran nominations for Gunner Kane to be nominated within the DOC by the DOC. And everyone voted, and then when the voting process started for the actual vote, not the nomination, Gunner wasn't voted by any single DOC. So I said, I might leave my vote blank. And he's like, oh, well, I hope you realize that, you know, we can still nominate someone and we can still vote for people when the DOC voting comes around the corner. I was like, is this a threat? And then he's like, no, just depends on how you take it. And then he nominated someone I've never seen in my life.
He nominated Robert Anderson, a marshal that he fired a week earlier for an activity. It was begging to come back.
Well,
to the
yeah, there you go.
Marshals.
He really did not want me to rerun because I didn't vote for him, and I voted for Brian Knight instead.
Oh my god.
Just like my entire command structure voted for Brian Knight.
It sounds like gonna crash out, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it doesn't really sound like it.
I'm not gonna lie, Doc. Towards the end, he was literally calling everyone a faceless asset. It was like every 20 seconds, this person's a faceless asset, that person's a faceless asset. I said, no, you need to stop calling people faceless assets. And he was like, that they all talk to the faceless. I said, no, they don't. You don't have any proof of that. And then he just kept going.
Oh boy, okay.
Also, I need to talk to you about something else, but like, that's for Brian and that's for later.
Okay, alright. Well, it's good to see you, Yui. Good luck on the election. I think you got it in the bag, though.
I hope so. I try my best.
Yeah.
I have good plans.
Yeah, everybody
I've been here for
recognizes
7
it,
months.
so, yeah. Good luck anyway.
Appreciate it.
James, you got a call?
What?
You got a call here?
Yeah, my cockpit's over there.
Oh, okay, you know, we'll grab Remi's call, because it's only got, like, 2 doors, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we meet you down at the Marshal office? Is that alright?
Yeah, whatever works, yeah.
What is Gunner doing?
I also heard he quit.
He quit?
Yeah.
There's no way. After all, you're joking.
No. He crashed out. Like, big time.
He's still employed.
McAllister might have lost her on this story, because I'm pretty sure he told me he quit earlier.
God. Hi, Rhea. I haven't been back in here since I retired.
As I told you, McAllister, I would rather double fist myself.
Yo. Wait. Really? Huh. Well, the place hasn't changed much. Although
This trash bag has been here for like 2 months, man. This was
yeah,
here
we
when
don't
I
really-
left it.
Yeah, we still need a bin here. Although we are considering knocking down a few of the walls and attempting to, you know, remodel. At least that's what Brian wants to do. I know.
Oh, Ryan is the director now, so.
Yeah.
All right.
He wants to remodel a little bit more after the old Davis PD.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me either. Anyways, oh, unless you, yep, okay.
I'll
cool.
just leave
Okay, we'll
it
take it
there.
as we leave. But... Alright, what's up?
Well, Remi, do you wanna say it, or do you want me to say it? Okay, it's not like a secret. But Remi, I was gonna look into this myself, and I was gonna chat to you guys about it. I wasn't gonna actually do anything myself, but I think Remi is moving towards an impeachment of Magistrate McMoo, and I was inquiring as to whether or not she was on your guys' radar.
Not at all.
No?
I'm not gonna lie. The past few weeks, we've been dealing with significantly bigger fish.
Like what?
This bitch donut walls me anyway.
Archivists who are literally like being terrorists. We have something in relation to Michael Rosell that I cannot talk about.
Terrorists. I love them.
We have, you know, even more terrorist stuff because the Faceless never stops.
Yeah.
What else? There's been like 16 other fucking things. I mean, you guys saw Gates today, right?
Gates? No.
I heard a little bit about it.
I'll start off with my day for the both of you. Okay, so I wake up. They say that there's going to be the State Marshal Director announcement. I go to that. Brian Knight gets like smoke grenaded by a bloody ninja that then karate chops him, and now he's speaking normally again, apparently. And then you have and then like he's no longer from Polito. He's now from Boston. I don't fucking know. And then like we go down to New Babylon because New Babylon has a fucking APC apparently. And then we go down to the BCSO that just got blown up by Scotty fucking Bard. Yes, that's not a joke.
Wait, it was Scotty Bard?
It was Scotty fucking Bard.
He committed terrorism.
He committed terrorism on behalf of the Blau brothers that also threatened to blow up the Marshal's office. I don't know. It was a whole fucking thing. Then the prison gets broken into by Mana, I think. And then they don't even really do anything. They just give the Blau brothers shotguns, I think. I don't even fucking know. And then there's a holdout in the prison as everyone gets, you know, shotgunned down. Gates gets attacked by the hounds for the umpteenth time because she offended McQuillan again. And then what else has happened? Oh yeah, I'm also rewriting the SOPs because why not for the 15th time?
Sure, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I also have to give Brian his orientation tomorrow because we literally didn't have the time to do that today, and I have to give him all the certs and shit. So that's a whole thing.
I'll call
also,
you back
Gunner resigned like 5 minutes into the announcement. So
he did.
Yeah, he did.
I thought Remi was fucking joking. Why? Why? What for?
I mean, I can read out his resignation straight up.
Yeah, go on then.
How big was the crash out?
It wasn't that big. He was pretty respectful all in all. Like, considering Gunner recently, he was pretty decent. Effective immediately, I hereby resign from my position within the San Andreas State Marshals. It has been an honor to serve alongside the finest law enforcement officers in this county, fulfilling the mandate to protect this county from terrorist, treasonous, and corruption. Through chaos, conflict, and countless long nights, we've stood tall. I have full faith that the Marshals will continue to uphold justice with integrity and courage, keep on protecting this beautiful country.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't that bad. He was actually pretty respectful, but also he didn't even show up for the election. I don't know. To be clear, Brian during the announcement did say that he was temporarily suspending Gunner pending an investigation, which is fair. But I don't think he was going to fire Gunner.
Was that is that like with the Yui stuff or?
the Yui stuff, I presume the campaigning on state property thing. I mean, I guess, you know, the weapons trafficking thing, even though they can't do shit with that anymore because it's past statute.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just they wanted to make sure they could clear his name before he could come back, I guess. But he wasn't even around for that. He didn't even know about that. He just randomly sent his resignation and dipped.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be really awkward when I have to get him to, you know, come around and give Brian every single vehicle. You know.
Yeah.
Also, he kind of like hid his bank and phone subpoena documents from me, so that's going to be fun to deal with when I have to ask him for those ones.
When you hit him.
I can't find them. I feel like I can't access them anymore.
At the sheet that he made.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm echoing, guys. I don't know.
He's probably just having a rough day. I'll probably be able to just talk to him later, and you know, we'll be fine. It's not like he, you know, did the same thing to the SOPs or anything, but you know, I guess he just wanted to make sure that his work was his, and you know, I understand that, but it is really fucking over a few of my investigations. Anyways, love Gunner, love everyone. McMoo, yeah, we'll go on to that.
Oh yeah. There's been a couple of things. I mean, there was the one that Remi has brought up, which is the
That was just the easiest thing to impeach her on, so that's what I wrote about.
Yeah, so she violated an officer's rights. An officer gave an officer on the docket gave consent for phone records for a 24-hour period. I don't know the exact reason, maybe Remi does.
There was a phone call involved in a case. I believe it was Perez had called the cops because it was Benji. It was like during Hades and Habibi's having a gang war, and I think one of them called them about something. So the cop, yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, "I'll happily provide them to the defense or the prosecution. I don't know what side it was, as long as they're seated on the docket and it's just the day of the incident, right?" And then McMoo provides them sealed still, so that's good. But it was for 3 days, not the 24 hours. So there was like extra texts and calls in there that Selena didn't consent to. And then Selena said on the docket, "Your Honor, this is 3 days. I only said 1 day." And then she didn't even reply to it. She replied to something else and just ignored that completely. So that's not great. And then, from my perspective, I was in the back of my head just like, because there was the whole self-defense case. Did you see that with KJ?
No.
Oh, McAllister, you gotta keep listen. Your
she
job as a
ruled that
marshal,
he
you
could
gotta keep on
self-defense
top of
against
these
an
kind of
LEO.
things.
Doc, I have like 8 open cases, and I'm the only one actively investigating anything. But yes, continue.
Is there no other? Where's the other marshals at?
They've been waiting for the election to happen because, frankly, we couldn't do half of our job until we had an actual director because shit kept going haywire the second we tried to do anything.
Like, okay,
But,
we'll get back to that. But
yeah.
Basically, KJ during a chase pulls out in front of an officer like 100. He gets a warning. Then while he's being warned, he says, "The only time I'm getting out of this car is to shoot you." And so Rhodes calls to open fire on the vehicle and him. I'm actually there. I'm the one who shoots at him. He crashes into my vehicle, and then he gets out of the car and tries to shoot me down, but we shoot him down first. It went to an appeal. Craig was the one pushing it actually as his defense attorney. McMoo takes the case, and she rules that officers used excessive force, and thus KJ was using self-defense when he shot officers. Yeah.
She pretty much ruled that you committed attempted murder against him. It was
honestly,
yeah.
When you say that, yeah.
Okay, real quick question. How many officers actually heard him say this threat? I just want to make sure there's more than one.
I think he's like admitted that he threatened. I'm not 100% sure.
Is there a transcript to this case?
I don't know. I don't think so.
There should be. There very much should be.
I just saw a ruling where she said that, you know, she was bringing up the qualified immunity thing and all that kind of shit.
Yep. Which is a civil suit thing.
Yeah, regardless, it's being appealed by Maple for a judicial appeal right now. That's been up for about over a week now. The judges have said they're reviewing it. So regardless, from that ruling and then this rights violation, it's like, you know, it's not looking good for McMoo. So how do you? I mean, this is. I guess I'll ask you. I'm gonna pretend like I was never in the Marshals. When it comes to things like this, when there's a magistrate and there's an impeachment, how with this new marshal regime, do you want all impeachments to go through you guys? Do you want us in the PD to be doing impeachments? You know.
So here's what I will say. Have you seen the current case from Deputy Brooke Ruth?
Against Roman Atlas.
Yes. So the problem with that is, because they don't have a marshal doing it, the DOJ have kind of thrown a fit, and they've more or less said, your LSPD and BCSO officers shouldn't be filing impeachments. That's not a part of their jobs. They're just regular civilians with extra powers. And I said, well, guys, that's ridiculous. They have the same power set as we do when it comes to investigating shit. Like, we just have fancy tools.
It just costs a lot of money. Yeah. That's all it is.
Exactly. And they said, well, no, they shouldn't be doing that. And that's the general argument that they're trying to make towards Brooke Ruth. So if I were you guys, I would get a marshal involved, but just to be there and like, you know, be a figurehead type of thing. We are taking new cases. I can be there to sit there and look pretty, but frankly, like, I have so many cases open, it's not even funny.
It's just about you, it's more about the office, right?
Yeah. I think the other marshals want to help out. The problem is that I think I'm the only shift 3 marshal right now. So unless you were to do it at any other time, it might be a little difficult. But look, you're asking me to look at it from a marshal's perspective. You brought forward 2 very, very serious claims towards an elected magistrate. Now, they are held to a lower standard than, let's just say, a judge or a justice. So it should be an easier claim for you to make, I should say. Now, here's the thing. At this current point in time, the 3 of us all know that impeachments don't always result in someone getting fired. There are other scenarios, and the problem is that you'd have to pay $250,000. At least, I mean,
is it for you guys yet to be cheaper?
So, Brian, myself, and a bunch of legislators are having a meeting tomorrow about that one alongside Blunt, and we're gonna talk about finally fixing that.
Okay, that's good there.
Because they wanted to have it like 5 minutes after we got smoke grenaded, and I said, guys, you need to give Brian his space.
Yeah.
He needs like 20 seconds to breathe. He just got made the director. And he just like changed up his accent. I don't know what's going on. I have to investigate that personally.
I'm hoping that the mayor's office actually start playing ball now that there's an official director.
They're willing to. I already had to have a fight with Rizal like a week ago after he had V Gray arrest me.
Hold on, slow down. Slow down. V Gray arrested you for what?
Doc, you've missed out on a lot, buddy. I show up to, I think, the shift 2 meeting. It was like just after the storm. I don't know which one that is. And I walk into the MRPD like meeting room, and I was a few minutes late. Because you know I forgot to take my Tylenol for that day, and I walk in, and they've already had this meeting for like 10 minutes, and they're talking about various meeting notes. The room kind of goes silent when I enter. I'm like, huh, that's kind of odd. I walk to the back. You know, people keep swapping through. They finish the meeting, and V-Gray walks up to me. Right now, keep in mind, Doc. I don't know if you saw, but I opposed Michael Rozel's capped bill.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And
yeah.
Everyone was running around and saying, "Oh my God, McAllister's doing it because he's trying to stop you from getting legal weaponry." Blah 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 blah. Wasn't the case at all, but I digress. Drama's funny, huh? End up having a chat with Michael Rozel later. He made the necessary adjustments and everything was fine. The only reason that I, you know, kind of opposed it was for a few separate reasons. It was because it was the last day. I needed to oppose it, and frankly, the marshals weren't really in good standing with results, so I needed something to make him see and listen, just in case.
Right.
And I wanted that to be the arbitration process because I know that a lot of people tend to skip that, especially Roselle himself. uh, so when that happened, we ended up having a meeting with Roselle. Everything was fine. Everything was good.
Hey,
Everything was
can
dandy.
you
But before
let
that
me out to go
happened,
to that 911? That's fucking
yeah,
Alice
easy.
and Clayton. They were out there, and both of them are very unwell.
So what ended up happening was V walked up to me during the shift meeting. He said, "Hey, McAllister, what guns do you currently have in your person?" I said, "Oh, V, I have my NP5 and I have my Marshals revolver." Obviously, I didn't hold it like this, but, you know.
Right, yeah.
And he said, "McAllister, can you please turn around for me?" I said, "For what reason?" He said, "I'm going to be placing you under arrest." I said, "What for?" Because I thought he was joking. Because sometimes, you know, V Gray is a bit of a practical joker. And he said, "Well,
What the fuck,
you know,
dude?
you're currently in possession of illegal weaponry." I said, "Hey, in what way are any of my weapons illegal?" He said, "That is a darkstone weapon taken from the convoy of which it was illegally obtained." I said, "How was that NP5 illegally obtained?" He said, "Because it was weapons trafficked." I said, "No one was charged for weapons trafficking, and frankly, it is within the Marshal's armory, so I'm allowed to use it." He said, "Well, no, you're not. That's a legal weapon, blah, 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 blah." I turned around and I got him to read out legislation, like the weapons and driver's license legislation as it currently stood, which states that I'm allowed to use anything held within my armory. Um, he then huffed and puffed and he got angry at me. He said, "Imagine trying to stop the PD from getting access to their own weapons, blah, 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 blah." And then he walked off. I also,
What
you
the
know, offered to have
fuck?
a private discussion with him. I literally said, "Hey, V, do you want to like take a few steps outside? Like we can have a private conversation, not in front of all of these people that are currently staring at us. I can explain my viewpoint to you." And he said, "Oh." And he walked off. He also turned around to Bobby Barnes, one of the newer marshals. I don't know if you ever met him or not, but
No.
he said that he's not going to vote. Oh, sorry. If he becomes the marshals director, he's going to fire all of us.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he didn't receive a single marshal vote. Yeah,
Interesting.
that
Taking
was that.
direct orders from the mayor.
Yeah, and then I had a meeting with Michael Rosell later and a bunch of people to do with that bill, and Connor Oxby tried to tell me that by me holding an MP5 that I was weapons trafficking. And I said, "I would like you to read the charge." And they said, "But what you're still doing is illegal." I said, "Actually, under current legislation, it is perfectly legal." They said, "No, you obtained that weapon illegally." I said, "How did I obtain it illegally?" They're like, "You got it from the armory." I said, "Yeah, from the marshal's armory." They said, "No, from the MRPD armory." I said, "I don't have access to the MRPD armory."
But you guys got them there in the martial one?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, when
yeah.
just just before I retired, they weren't in Ghana was made because they were only in Mission Row.
Yeah, apparently we got them like 2 or 3 days after.
Oh, okay, that's good then.
So yeah, I'm fully legally within my right to use it. Yeah,
Yeah, it sounds like
that entire thing happened.
the marshal officer is still getting sucked into all this pointless drama. Yeah, exactly why
Yep,
I retired.
exactly. But hey, we have a new director now, so if you want to come back.
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Like Brian got
Anyways,
any good plans? Shit.
he's got a few from what I've heard. He wants to integrate us more with the PD so that we're a little less, you know, separate, I guess.
Okay.
Um, by that I mean like he wants to have like a specific like patrol cert so that we're
Yeah.
not just showing up to scenes completely untrained.
Yeah.
Apparently Flores has had a few issues with that one, according
Yeah.
to a bunch of people. Um, he wants to open us up a little bit more investigative work so that like PD officers can tag along and learn things from us.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
Um, he wants to open up patrol for us, but only on like highways. So we can do like traffic stops on highways and whatnot,
Oh
just to
no.
have us. Yeah, I don't know. Look,
Do
it's
I
not a
smell
requirement.
troopers? Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
That
well.
was shocker.
Shocker. We knew it was gonna happen. I think he wants to tear this building down, as I said earlier, and maybe try and replace it with a better one.
Yeah.
Remains yet to be seen on if he can do that or not.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then he just really focused on like how he wants to take it slow, but like do things through action. So he wants to be seen, not heard. Um, he specifically had us show up to BCSO bombing today, not because we needed to be there, not because the BCSO needed support, but just so that they knew that we were there to help.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys aren't working the
And
investigation?
what? Sorry? No, we are. We are still investigating stuff. That is still our number one focus.
No.
As per
Sorry.
Brian Knight.
The bombing. The bombing.
I think Peters might be assisting,
Okay.
but they don't really need our assistance, frankly. They are fully competent. But they already have all the suspects. So
Yeah. Okay. Is
yeah, they don't.
is the Marshal Inquiry Task Force stuff still being utilized there?
So when Ruby York was made the interim chief of police, she disbanded it.
Okay.
Gunnar had several meetings with Kyle Pred about remaking it, and he seemed open to the idea. But it remains yet to be seen. I think Brian's gonna reopen it. He looked into it a little bit today, but I still need to have further meetings with Brian.
Listen,
Brian just didn't have any time today.
my 2 cents is I think it's a good idea. I think there
Yeah,
needs
we
to
all do.
if Brian's looking to integrate more with the PD, that includes like with investigations, and it's good to have the investigators, you know, the good and trustworthy investigators of PD have a direct way of sharing information with the marshal office. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
On the big cases, so keeps things safe, it keeps things secure,
Yeah.
and it's also sharing information. So
Yeah.
if that does
Yeah.
come back, obviously I'm interested.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely get you on it, but
Well, we'll see what Brian
Um,
says.
I think Brian would be fine. I mean, wait, didn't
We've got a pass.
actually Oh, I know your pass with Brian. He told me about it.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
When?
The first time I met him. Actually, no, probably the second time I met him. He told me about across the road.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Why
Yep.
did he bring that up?
I think he was kind of guilty. Like
Like he felt bad?
kind of bad. Yeah, I
I
think
don't
so.
believe that for a minute.
Well, he was walking into the Marshals building and he was like, oh, you know, this happened. But I don't know if he was necessarily like, feeling bad about it or if he was reminiscing. It's kind of hard to read Brian sometimes.
Yeah, this is the thing with Brian. It's like professionally, I respect the guy. He's very good at what he does.
Yeah.
He's a very hard worker. I think just like it's for me, it's respect the rank, not the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I can put my personal issues aside and work with him on stuff, and hopefully he can do the same. But
I
yeah.
think he will. I mean, Brian is very open and receptive to shit. So if I turn around to Brian and I say, Brian, I know that you're the brand new permanent director of the Marshals, but that was kind of fucked, I think he'll listen.
I don't really like. I'd rather not bring it up. I just want to, you know,
Yep.
I'm doing investigations.
Mhm.
LSPD still doesn't have a CID. I'm trying to. I don't want to lead nothing. You know what I mean? I'm trying. That's kind of one of the reasons I retired is because I wanted to focus on
Yep.
investigations, not have like people under me. But the issue is, it's been like how long since Pred's been made chief, and we still don't have a head of CID.
I thought Ruby was.
If she is, it's not been communicated very well.
Because that's what Brian told me a while ago, but I could be wrong. Because I went to
it was
Ruby.
Aaron and Doc, and then apparently it's been transitioned from Aaron to somebody else, but that other person hasn't been named yet or like decided on.
Yeah, because I went up to Ruby and I said, hey, I heard that you lead detective stuff. I gave her an investigation. She was kind of snarky at me because I don't think she really likes the Marshals too much.
Classic.
And then, a whole bunch of rumors got spread, but to her credit, she did complete the investigation, but I did tell her to hand it off to someone beneath her because I was like, look, Ruby, like, truth be told, this is a little beneath you and I. This is one of those just typical blotting out investigations. But I want to make sure this one actually gets solved, so maybe give it to like one of the, newer detectives.
Yeah.
And, she just did it herself, I guess. But yeah. But when it comes to McMoo, it's annoying because something like this is 250k, And if you're doing something like this, you want to make sure that it's gonna land and you're gonna get rid of that fucking person, especially if you're paying the 250K.
It's true, yeah.
That's not that I'm saying to not do it. I think you can probably get it done, but
I'll tell you what.
if
Let's do
McMoo
this.
somehow pokes some sort of hole, it's
Yeah.
What's up?
I think if you could just make note of it and then run it up the chain to Brian or whatever,
Yeah.
and just ask like, because obviously I want to make sure PD's working with the Marshals at least in shift 3 into 1.
110%. Yeah.
Would Brian want us to go ahead from the PD standpoint and do it, or do you think we could do some kind of joint thing, or does he just want it to be from the Marshals? It doesn't necessarily that he wants or what he thinks is best, just for procedural wise in general. And then I will run it up the chain from my side. I'll have a chat to Remi, and I'll be like, I'll run it up to High Command and be like, do you just High Command even want, officers to be filing impeachments on their own? Do they want it to go through High Command, or do they want it to go to the Marshals? You know what I mean?
Okay. I agree, and yes, we should do that. Here's what I'll do for you in the meantime, though. I'm going to really push in that legislative meeting tomorrow to at least have the Marshals, altered in that specific impeachment legislation so that we can do it more or less free. Or
I was going to say, it needs to be free. Like, why it's your job? It's your main job.
The DOJ agrees with us.
Okay, that's good then.
There was also another thing where alternatively they were considering making it so that we paid a discounted rate, but if we won the impeachment, it got refunded.
Oh, okay. I mean, regardless, as long as it's affordable and that kind of thing. You got a
as long as we have a budget, No.
Okay.
That's one of the other things we're trying to, we're trying to make it so that we have access to the state account that just has like $100 million in it,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
But easier said than done. But
I think with Brian at the head, you'll have a lot of luck with getting things like that sorted out. He's got some good connections,
I agree. Yeah. Right now I'm currently transitioning all the SOPs to the MDT for him because that was like our first goal. And then from there, because then at least now people can't just randomly not hand the SOPs over when a new director comes in, which is unfortunate. But hey, that's a thing that has happened.
Oh, God,
and then we should be good on that one. But yes, please keep me updated on this one. I'm actually excited to see as to where it goes. Fucking fantastic work. So wait, when it comes to Selena, like just summarize this one for me real quick.
So basically,
I've read way too much today.
Yeah, Selena, I think what happened was there was an appeal on the docket. I think it's an appeal, and there was a phone call that either the defense or the prosecution wanted. It wasn't Selena, it was the opposite side. So they wanted the phone call just to confirm it or whatever, and Selena was like, I'm fine with that, Your Honor. You can have the phone records, but sealed on the docket for that day to prove that phone call happened or whatever. And then the judge did it. It was sealed, but it was 3 days worth of records, not 1. And then Selena asked about it on the docket, was like, Your Honor, I'm confused. It's 3 days. It was supposed to be 1. And then McMoo didn't reply.
Okay, give me.
Yeah, I can find. Let me find the exact case.
Prosecution would like these phone records to be sealed from the public. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Just they're arguing a whole bunch. Sealed phone records that. Oh yeah, no, McMoo did. And you guys have copies of all that just in case.
I assume Remi does, but I'm not 100%. This was just Remi just told me this morning she's going to impeach McMoo, and I was like, I was keeping my eye on that too, but I was just going to come to you guys and be like, hey, here's an impeachment you guys could do, but if Remi's doing it, that's why we kind of came and chatted to you. So I haven't done anything on this stuff.
Look, here's what I'm happy to do. If you guys keep working on this, I'm happy to, you know, throw the full might of the marshals behind it. Obviously, like I'd give Remi whatever tools are at her disposal when it comes to us or her. And frankly, I would love to, like, when the legislation goes through, just do this on her behalf for the marshals, and then that way she doesn't have to pay shit.
Yeah, it's a
This-
good way of doing it.
yeah.
I think that could be a good way going forward. Even if it's
Yeah.
just like, you know, one of the marshals is just present and can assist, because, you know, you guys are like the experts on impeachments and stuff like that. It's like, it's just the extra help.
I mean, so are you, Doc. Yeah.
Yeah, I maybe, but I will say one thing I didn't like was when Ruth filed the impeachment against, who was it? Did she do one or two?
Atlas.
Okay, she filed impeachment against Atlas, and then Roselle tried to
Yes.
impeach her for like embezzlement and all this nonsense shit.
And then he cancelled it when he realized that he was gonna lose, and then she put up the original one a few days later.
Yeah, that was
They
kind
altered
of
it to work.
crazy.
It was crazy.
It was,
I mean,
yeah.
frankly, I've seen some sus-ass shit that Roselle's been doing since, but I can't comment on it.
Roselle's been, he's been
Roselle's
messed
been
up since
something.
day one, I'll be honest. I don't
Yeah.
know whether you know the story of, it was when Roselle first got elected and he put a felon in office. It was
Yeah,
Risa
Risa Berry?
Berry. Yeah, and I went to the, and apparently I called Grayson and I was like, listen, you know, what do you think about this? You know, I don't like it. I don't want to contest it, but I want to speak to Roselle. And he was like, oh, there's a meeting going on right now. And we're going to talk about the Marshal's office too. And this is when they were discussing, you know, how they were going to like restructure the Marshal's legislation, all this kind of stuff. Bear in mind that I didn't know nothing about this and I hadn't been invited or anything.
Yep, they kept doing that, yeah.
Yeah, so I went to the meeting and I was like, I kind of got ambushed, I'll be honest. I went in there and I was like, listen, I'm here to talk about, you know, Risa Berry and felons in office. And I think they were discussing making it legal at that meeting with that legislation or whatever. And I was like, listen, I don't think it's a good idea. You know, why, you know, you can have felons, you can't have felons to be a mayor, so why can you have felons to be in the cabinet? There was a bunch of different things. And basically he got very loud and very angry and told me to do my fucking job. And I was like, okay, chill out. And everybody else in the room was doing the same thing. And then eventually I was like, okay, well, can I at least stay as the interim director to talk about this martial legislation? And they were all like, no, leave, go. And that was it. And so eventually I only had the money to contest the martial legislation that they posted, not the other one. So, because we didn't have a budget, so I just contested that one, and then he lost it, and now we have a different way of doing it based on the governor. Yeah. Anyway, I just think he's been very, I don't know, very angry and very aggressive to the marshals out the gate, which just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
What's odd? He turned around to me the other day. He's like, you know, I'm just trying to do this to help out the marshals. I said, well, you have a funny way of showing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what
You haven't
it is,
invited
but
the marshals to a single meeting. He's like, I didn't trust Gunner K. And I'm like, that's not the answer you should have.
yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, no, Roselle's a fucking mess. I can't wait for him to go. Only I can work with. Roselle. Ooh.
You know, funny enough, I never thought I'd be the person to say this, but I think the only good thing he's done is make Pred the chief. And
Yeah, I never thought I'd say that either, but I agree.
Yeah, but like, Pred is actually doing some good stuff. The PD's very up good right now. Morale's up high. But I'm worried about who's going to come next and whether or not they're going to... Well, hold on, is this... Oh no, it's been contested, isn't it? The tenure thing?
Tenure thing's off the entire thing. They're trying to rewrite it right now to make it constitutional, but it was unconstitutional.
Why don't they amend the Constitution?
I think that's why we're having that meeting tomorrow, because we really need to amend the Constitution at this point.
I saw
Also, the
that,
Archivists altered the Constitution, so you know.
Huh?
Remember I told you about that?
You
the hackers
did?
hacked into the Constitution and they amended it and they added in their own little A symbol down at the bottom.
Did you? My brain's a sieve sometimes. There's too much going on
Yeah,
upstairs. Is it still in there?
creepy hacker terrorist organization. Yeah, they changed the Constitution because they have the ability to do that.
How the fuck have they got the ability to do that?
I have an
What the
MDT admin
fuck?
user account.
Okay.
I have asked the state for assistance and the state has not, done shit yet. So I'm gonna have to ask them again.
Don't hold out for the state, mate.
Yeah, but there's nothing else I can do. We've explored all other options.
Wait, so what do we know about this archivist? Is it a group or is it
A
a
lot.
person?
Well, it's one person, but they've alluded to being a group.
Any connection with the Faceless yet?
A few. But they appear to have completely different goals and motivations. Actually, goals and motivations that more or less are completely polar opposite to the Faceless.
Damn, okay.
They do have a few connections to them.
Who's working there? Other than you guys.
Well, I am specifically currently Lucas Miller and Brandy.
Miller?
Brandy. Yep.
That's a shocker. Okay. But,
Yeah,
I'm all for
Miller.
people, getting involved in investigative stuff.
I mean, you want to know a cute little fun fact for you?
Go on then.
So you know the ADMC raid? And how they're, angry about
God,
it
yeah,
because
the
Lucas
memorials,
destroyed the whole fucking thing. Yeah, well, Shang Liu is one of the people that is tied to that case. Obviously, he's one of the ADMC people that is trying to get the $50 million prize from LSPD. He got Lucas Miller's phone records from the Archivists.
Huh?
Yep.
The Archivists will just do that?
Oh yeah, they can do that. They can do a whole lot more than that. They
Wait,
can
how
also
do we
drain any
know
bank
that?
account.
How do we know that Shane did that?
That one I can't talk about, but they did do that. We know that they did that. If you want to know more, ask Brandy, ask Lucas.
Okay, I've got a question.
Now,
How are we sure that there isn't somebody in the DOJ working with them? Like, how sure are we that this is cybercrime and not like social engineering?
because they've done a few things that are like kind of impossible. For example, they hacked into the MRPD cameras. They changed shit
saw
on the
that,
MRPD
yeah.
projector during the Shift 3 meeting. They've been following people around the city using the cameras. Have you ever played that video game Watch Dogs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Heard of it.
Literally just that. Literally just that.
Damn. Okay.
Yep.
Wait, they finding ACRs for us too?
No, they just like calling things ACRs.
ACR. What does that stand for?
Yep.
If it's not
No
ACR.
idea.
Archivist. Oh no, now
Yeah,
I'm
like-
intrigued. You shouldn't have told me about
Archivist
this.
communication record? I don't know.
Well, hold on. You said
Mhm.
you said Shang. What was Shang and Miller? Shang got Miller's phone. Is that what you said? That
Yep. Dane got Miller's phone records.
from the archivist.
Yep.
Wait, hear me out.
Yep.
ACR, archivist collection request,
Oh yeah. No,
could
that
be-
would track.
and then
Cheng's not the only person that's done one as well. There's several other people.
oh yeah, it's like an ID. ACR 1001,
Yep.
9001.
Yep.
Holy, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna have to speak to Lucas and Brandy.
Oh yeah, be my guest. It's a whole fucking thing. Oh, by the way, if you ever got to talk about this, pro tip: move away from any vehicles. Do it in an area that has no digital influence, and turn off your bloody phone.
Is that bad?
It's that bad.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question now because I'm trying to.
Huh?
You said Brandy and Lucas are working the investigation with you?
Yes.
Funny enough, before I came here, I was trying to get the detective tag so I can see investigative report. Is it an investigative report? Or is it something else? Because I can't see anything.
We are keeping it off the MDT.
Oh, because obviously
It
that
is
makes
in
sense.
notebooks and documents and hard-backed paper books.
Old
'Cause,
school.
yep, because these guys can see all of our reports.
Hmm.
And they've said that. You know what's
That's
odd about
crazy.
them, though?
Yeah.
They trade in information even though they have everything.
What do you mean? They don't want money?
Well, they don't want money. They want information. Someone gave them the Dr. Ryan Krieger videotape.
Fuck off.
Yep, even though they would have had it via the MDT and the reports.
Yeah, but there's
So
one
I'm
thing
not
having access to everything, there's another thing knowing where to look, right?
exactly. And you know, clearly these guys just wanna, information trade to cause shit because frankly, they told Lucas that Shang requested the information from him. Well, they didn't say it was Shang outright, but they heavily alluded to it.
Hmm. Okay.
So yeah.
You know, come. I want you to come chat with me outside for away from
Yeah,
things.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I love chatting away from things. I've already given Brian that warning.
I think you've got your head screwed on, so I'm gonna say this to you,
No?
because I don't know whether Gunner would have passed it on.
Oh, I don't think he did. No.
But in terms of the Faceless investigation,
Yep.
I don't. How filled in are you on all of that?
Decently. You know, Charlie's been following around the people from the Chronicle. And he's just been saying hi to them randomly.
You're kidding?
I'm not kidding.
Like he's just out and about?
Yep. He also gave them a blue card a while ago. I don't know if you know about that one.
Yeah, I got a blue collar.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been, because I haven't had access to any Faceless reports or anything like that. I'm completely out of the loop at the minute.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we're probably gonna make that a Marshals Inquiry Task Force thing. I don't have the manpower to deal with the Faceless right now.
Yeah, I'm happy to get back in and help out with that.
Please.
Just
Please. I don't have the time.
Back when we had Phoenix in custody, and he flipped, and we were gonna get him to talk, but we gotta get him to prison first to make it look good. As we were leaving, or the one thing he told us was that the Faceless, and I'm assuming, well, he just said the Faceless met up with someone inside the PD who was giving them information. You know this?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know this, no.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't.
He said that it was a man with a British accent, but not like me, like, so not Southern. He said more gruff. Now, the issue is, really, the only person that I could think of at the time was Frost.
Yep.
And obviously now with Brian, his husband, being the head of the Marshals, I'm just making sure that you know this. Obviously there was nothing ever to point at Frost, or I never really even found or heard anybody else that it could have been. But it's just that Frost was working the investigation a bit, so he was the one that kind of flagged up in my mind. Like I said, there's never been any evidence towards him or anything like that. Just keep it in the back of your mind that could be a thing. Don't get me wrong, Phoenix could have been lying, but at that point I think...
Phoenix could have been lying, but there's
I
no
don't...
reason to.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he fucking got murdered anyway. So...
Yeah, speaking about, that sort of stuff, someone came up to me in the food court the other day and asked about that guy that got murdered. You know, the clean guy from one of the gangs, the one we got the chip from.
Who?
God, I can't remember the name off the top of my head.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Fuck it. You, the lumber company, Wyatt Jones, right?
Wyatt Jones, yes, Wyatt Jones. So someone came up to me the other day and asked me about that, and they said, "Hey, like, did anyone ever solve Wyatt Jones's murder?" I was like, I don't know what you're talking about,
No.
but if no one was arrested, it's been over a month, you know? Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
we didn't have enough to get anybody on that.
They turned around to me and they said, "You want to make a trade?" I said, "What do you mean?" They said, "I will give you the murder weapon and I will tell you exactly who did it.
Well,
But I need to know something." I said, "What do you want to know?" And they said, "I need to know if you guys ever unlocked the chip on that tablet."
oh wait, so who was this talking to you?
It was a blonde-haired woman. I don't know her name. I tried to get her name. She refused to give it to me. She just kept saying Stinky Marshals.
Blonde hair woman, stinky marshal.
I don't know who
It wasn't Princess
I've never seen
Elena,
her.
right?
It was not Princess Elena. Elena has disappeared off the face of the earth. She has left the state.
Was it Tally Marks? I mean, she's ginger, so probably not. Did she have an accent?
American, I think. It was just... She was around during this time.
There is one person I can think of, but it would be a fucking shot in the dark.
I think it was someone from his gang.
He didn't have a gang. I mean,
He was a person for a gang.
we thought he might have been F and F, like tied in with those guys. But I mean, was it Alana reviews?
No, it wasn't Alana. Also,
Was it,
Alana's like the fiance of Kyle Pred now, even though Kyle Pred may allegedly be cheating on her with Brittany Angel. I don't know.
Don't get me involved in it.
That's a whole fucking thing.
There is Claire Miles from
What'd you say?
FNF, but I don't have a picture and I don't know who she is. The only other person I can think of is what was her fucking name? Hold on. New Epsilon. You know those guys.
Do you think it was Eliza Stefano?
That's a blonde woman I can think of that has been tied in with the Faceless.
No, it wasn't Eliza. I know the way that Eliza talks. She's New Babylon now.
Huh?
Second in command of New Epsilon tried to murder her.
You're joking me.
I'm not. She's New Babylon. She runs their tours now. She took me and the Justice on a tour a few weeks ago. It was a whole thing.
Oh my god. Wait,
That is one question
she's married to a Dalton? Oh,
I don't know if they're still married.
it looks like it.
Rug. Do you happen to have the password to the tablet? Because we don't.
To the chip?
The chip, yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
Yep.
I can't remember what chip gun I had because we had two of them, right?
And one of them was illegally obtained and had the same level of access, so we couldn't use it, yeah.
I can't remember what the fuck. Hold on, let me check my note.
Yep.
Maybe it's in my notepad. It might have been on my old PC. Oh, I might have it.
Please tell me that you do, because that's gonna save us.
I think I have the one that is from the Darkstone transport, the one that got decrypted by those guys. The password is in all caps. Decrypt, DECRYPT, all caps. There's no spaces in this. 4433123. That's the password I have.
DCRYPT 4433123.
Yep, decrypt 4433123.
Alright. Even if that doesn't work for that one, I can, you know, use it for something.
Yeah.
Else. Probably the other chip. It's like Fruit of the Poisonous Tree or some shit.
Which one?
Anyway.
The one from Wyatt's body?
No, the Wyatt one's fine. We have another chip that was like Fruit of the Poisonous Tree as per Gunner. Well, I don't know where that is.
I don't know. Was it after I left? Where did we get that one from?
I have no idea. Apparently, a house raid gone wrong. They went and took the chip, but they did take the chip, or they didn't have a search warrant for the
Oh,
chip. I don't fucking know.
I remember something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen.
Yeah.
Like I said, just be careful about the whole. We never found out who that mole was, so just keep an eye out for it. All right.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I'll drive you back to the PD now, but
That'd be great.
truth be told, I had 3 problems with each one of the marshal directors. V said that he was gonna fire all of us because he hated us. Gunnar was, I don't know.
I know what
That's not
happened
necessarily a
there.
bad thing, but when Gunnar gets an ounce of power, he likes declaring ultimate authority. And I love Gunnar as a human being, but he could never play ball and he sucked at PR.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, Brian, my main problem with Brian is that, unlike the other 2, I feel like he can keep a secret. And he's kind of conflicted right now because he's kind of in a relationship with both Junior Huntley and Arnold Frost.
Yeah.
Which is troublesome,
Listen,
but
I'm gonna say this about Brian, and this is my advice to you:
Oh.
is I think if Brian needed to, he would drop you and any other marshal at the drop of a hat. Don't expect him to have your back. So keep your eye on him too. I'll tell you this: 5 years ago, with the whole Sanguine situation, he brought up the idea of when they sent somebody undercover and their cover was blown. He brought the idea to use a sniper rifle and kill that person. So just be careful. I don't know.
Parish? Oh, TRT training. Alright.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just be careful, McAllister. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously not letting him lead me into another Sanguine. I mean,
Yeah.
I did say if, the governor came up to me tomorrow and said,
Hey, Rico Ninja.
hey, McAllister, we need you to start up a Sanguine too, I guess I'd have to do it, but, I'm not letting anyone kill me over something that's stupid,
Good. There. Okay. All right. You take it easy, mate. That was a fun little convo.